3, 2, 1. What is up, YouTube? So glad to be back in studio and ready for a new boot review.
Ready to rock.
Oh yeah, I'm your host as always, Paul S. Stuffy Esquire, joined by Jay. He might secretly be sleeping with a blanket made of Horween leather Goobles.
I might be.
And this is Grant Stones. Okay, so tell me what model of Grant Stones we got here.
We got the brass boot.
They are sharp. I gotta tell you, fans, I'm not as big of a boot guy as Jay Goops here. I only have a pair of Doc Martens and a couple of, off-brand. I got like a cowboy boot that's not a name brand or anything like that. But, man, he is slowly converting me. I've done a lot of research on these. Shout out to Rose Anvil. He's got a cool channel. He cuts the boots in half. So I thought I'd surprise Jay Goobs and we'd cut his boots open without his knowledge.
Yeah, why not? Let's give it a shot.
Just kidding. I think he'd be very upset if his new boots. Okay, what kind of leather do we have? Because they're big on their products, what they put into it.
Okay, so this is the Grant Stone brass boot with the lug sole, as you can see.
And these have been worn. They're not brand new, but Jay takes good care of his boots, so you can see they're in good condition.
I've had them for a while now. But the leather, this is Chromexcel leather from Horween.
Nice. And Horween is a big leather tannery in Chicago?
Yep, Chicago.
Okay, so we got leather from Chicago. Now, these are rubber sole?
Yes.
Okay, so that's a little controversial, because I know true, aficionados sometimes like leather soles, but to each their own on the sole.
Well, I'll say this. The weird thing about it is when you see most mock toes like this, you see the wedge sole people wearing for work. Mostly associated with the work boot. When I saw this cool rubber lug sole on it,
I like it. I this whole combo, and I'm not a big mock toe fan. I've made a point of that.
I just saw
I don't like the mock toe.
It's a cool combination. And also this rubber sole. The only thing about the rubber sole, though, look, do I got rocks stuck in there?
Yep. You got several rocks. There's a big one right here.
They do get stuck in there.
Fans, big old rock stuck in there. So you got to, have some care, clean them, condition them.
The one thing about this rubber sole, it's actually really quite comfortable. Like compared to my Iron Rangers,
which we got a video on. Check it out.
Very hard sole compared to these.
Now, other than the mock toe, I would say the upper's similar. You've got the quick, quick laces. The profile's very similar.
Similar profile. Yeah, similar foot. Obviously
classic,
with the having the mock toe, you'll get the higher higher toe box right here, and you get the stitching on the top.
Yeah, and let's talk about stitching. I mean, we're talking... And in my other video, I corrected you and said 365-degree welt. Yes. I'm thinking 365 days in a year. 360, which is fully all the way around. Yes. And that I've heard, even in dress shoes, that is like the gold standard, right? You want a really well-made product, you want 360-degree welt. It's better for resoling, quality, holding together.
Yes, I mean, there's
this is a hefty boot. The leather feels great.
I will say, out of the box, this thing was one of the most comfortable pairs of boots I've had.
And let's put the boots aside for a second. Let's talk about the box. I mean, I heard comments online about their packaging being great. I mean, even the outer shipping box is stamped with Grant Stone. I mean, so this is someone that puts attention to detail. And I like the story of the company. It's like a father and son team. The dad worked for Alden forever. The son, they're from Michigan, which we love, because so are we. The son actually went over to work in a shoe factory and manage it and learn the ins and outs of the business.
Yeah.
His dad worked for Alden, which is a famous shoe company. His grandpa worked for Alden forever.
For 60 years
And
or
in
something.
fact, the name Grant Stone came from an Alden shoe salesman that was friends with the grandfather.
Yeah, I believe so.
I just think that's a cool story. And this is a sturdy box. They said they did double thick wall cardboard so you can actually stand
Yeah, that box is probably one of the best boxes I've ever had.
And they give you the bag / well, this is actually a mat, so you can try them on without scuffing if you buy one of their leather ones, or even these, so you can carefully try them on in case you got to return them. Keep the shoe protected. They give you the storage bag, one for each boot. I mean, talk about the accessories. Quality accessories. So again, I'm slowly becoming a fan. Even the shoehorn has a pouch.
Oh, there it is.
There's the bottle opener shoehorn, and it even came in its own bag. I mean, talk about attention to detail there. A little personalized thank you note. I mean, they're a small company still.
They're a top-notch company.
But I think their quality is where they make up for it. Was this even in there?
Yeah.
They even had a layer of foam to protect it while it was shipping. So absolutely amazing. So let's talk about the elephant in the room and what some people complain about. So they're made in China, but I'm going to use the term assembled in China.
Yes.
Because most of their products are from top-end U.S. tanneries, top-end Italian tanneries. Their welts are from Milwaukee. Almost all the products are either American-made or European-made, which the best shoes are. So we need to get over the stigma of China. So basically, they found a family-owned company in China, in
Shaman
China. So
which
cool.
is what do they call it?
They call it the Miami of China. So how cool is that? It's tropical island in China. So they found a family-run company that his father had worked for or had done business with and had connections with, and he went there and learned it. So I'm going to say assembled in China. And to put it in perspective, guys, so the big three, huge in this area where we're from, in Detroit, and the union used to be so strong and so like, oh, you have to buy American. In fact, a lot of the factories and stuff still have parking where only the American, the product they make goes first, then other American cars, then foreign cars have to park all the way in the back. And if you park the foreign car in a wrong spot, the union used to smash the windows with a brick. Like, that's how serious they took Made in America. But what's so funny is not only has a lot of the, especially one of the big three has been bought by German, then Italian, then French. I mean, and all the parts are from all over the world. It's so global. And it's really just assembled in America. And not even all of them are.
And this is almost like the reverse.
All the products are high quality and then just assembled in China. So, you got to just get over the fact that it's made in China, guys, and give them a shot. Don't let that steer you. This isn't a mass produce. They sell maybe 5 to 10 pairs a day. This is
not some sweatshop. This is
a niche, more of a niche brand. Guys,
they make nothing but welted shoes, high-end welted shoes,
and their prices are reasonable comparative to Red Wing or
they're right about the same as a Red Wing. Yeah. And to me, I hate to say it, guys, these are better.
Really? You like these better than your Rangers?
I mean, they're better quality. You got all leather heel counter in here. I don't even think Red Wing gives you that. I think it's made out of a particle board.
Solid, yeah. Again, not to plug another channel, but he does a good job. He cuts it open and shows you all the... And he was even surprised at how quality the build was, the materials used.
When I got these things, I looked at
Now, is it a leather insole, too? Because that's huge. Yeah, so that's huge. Leather insole.
When I first got these things, I didn't see one bad stitching or anything. No loose threads or nothing.
I think you told me they have them come back to the warehouse in Michigan and they check them all.
Yeah, they do the QC at their warehouse in Michigan.
So they build them out, assemble them in China, bring them back home, and then they check them over. And the Rose Anvil guy said the same thing. He bought multiple pairs because he wanted to own one and cut one open, and he couldn't find anything wrong with them. And he's a real stickler on quality because he's actually has made fun of Chinese-made boots before. Because there is a difference, right? There's mass-produced Chinese with cheap product made in China that companies do just to save money.
Yes.
And another funny thing to point out is we have so many companies that started in America, found success, built a name and a quality, and then outsourced ended up moved to Mexico, moved to China, moved somewhere else, and lowered their quality of their product in order to be more profitable. This company started in China and chose to use quality material right from the get-go.
From all over the world.
From all over the world, including a lot of famous U.S. tanneries and welts and things like that. So I'm a fan. I'm definitely, these are in the running for my next pair of boots, a pair of Grandstones.
They have so many cool, and not only
what's their
boots,
top seller that everyone keeps talking about?
The diesel boot. Which
so
is
I'm
really
looking
cool.
at those. I kind of like those.
Even their
these are sharp, and I'm not a mock toe guy.
Their loafers are super nice.
If
you're a loafer person.
There was another YouTuber that bought his dad a pair of the loafers, and he loved them, and then he was like, "Oh, where are these made, son?" And he like almost didn't want to tell his dad because his dad was old school. Like, just enjoyed the loafers, Dad.
Yeah. They are unbelievable. I actually have another pair on order.
Okay, we're gonna stay tuned for future videos.
I'm really looking forward to
what
those.
else do you got on order? Knicks?
No, a pair of Westcos.
Westcos?
But
okay, so we're gonna do a Westco video, another Grandstone video.
Overall, guys, if you like the looks of them, do not be afraid of the made in China.
Yeah, I'm glad you had me do research and watch some other videos first.
Yeah,
because I would have been
before we did this video. I was like,
I would have been standing here talking jive.
Yeah,
even though I didn't, know what I'm talking
Look,
about.
We all would prefer to have everything made in America.
Probably us Americans would like that. But
preferably us. If I could, if this somehow was magically made in Michigan, I would have loved that.
Even more. Yeah.
Even more.
But what would the price have been? $500, $600?
I don't know. Who knows? But all I know is this is a great boot, and I feel comfortable that this wasn't made in a sweatshop.
Yeah.
And I love the boot. That's all I can say.
So give us some comments, fans. Do you have Grandstones? Are you willing to give them a shot? If you don't have them, what's some other boots you love? We love interacting with fans. We try to... So far, I think we've answered almost every fan, on all our videos. So, again, thank you for watching. Like, subscribe, share, so we can continue to bring content to you. We haven't reached the milestone. We really need to get to 1,000 subscribers. I got to be honest, we need to make a little ad revenue so we can keep buying products.
Yes,
right now,
product.
Everything we've shown on this channel, we've forked out of our own pockets.
Yeah,
the glasses I'm wearing, the boots... His glass. I mean, everything we're wearing, we buy for the channel.
Yeah, I mean, we
enjoy it in our own life.
We're reviewing what we like.
Yeah. So tell us if we've missed some boots. Because we've talked about Westco, Knicks, Iron Ranger. We've got some. Our producer has some other boots that we've still got to show.
Oh yeah, he's got some that I'd
love
to talk about.
Yeah, from South Africa, right?
Yeah, and a pair of Nisolos from Mexico. So.
Wow, so cool. More content to come, guys, so you stay classy.
Rock and roll.